It was a bizarre, slow-speed police chase through a residential neighborhood near Duncan with a suspect on a bobcat. RCMP say the call came in that the driver was possibly inebriated. When police responded, the skid steer kept steering. RCMP eventually rammed the bobcat several times before shooting the driver. After investigating, the police watchdog has determined there may be the basis for a criminal charge, finding that one officer may have committed an offense in relation to the use of a firearm. They're now forwarding the case to BC's prosecution service.
They apply a lower threshold than the police would.
But though they're passing on the file, criminal lawyer Michael Mulligan says it doesn't mean criminal charges will automatically be sworn.
They are simply assessing whether there may be the basis for a charge based on the evidence they've collected.
BC's prosecution service will now determine if there's a substantial likelihood of conviction or if it's in the public interest to approve charges. The man who was shot, David Cochran, filed a civil suit in March of 2024, suing the RCMP for what he alleges was excessive, unjustifiable force that left bullet fragments in his body and brain. The bobcat he was driving has a top speed of 12.6 kilometers an hour. As a result, he argues in the suit that he wasn't endangering anyone or anything. Beyond that, he says police knew or should have known he was in a state of medical crisis. He alleges he was in a car accident earlier that morning where he flew headfirst into the windshield, leaving him with serious injuries like large lacerations to his legs and head. Against medical advice, Cochran left the hospital, allegedly not knowing what day it was, before he hopped in the bobcat. In the civil suit, Cochran says the 911 call came in as a bandaged-up man who doesn't look well, driving a skid steer loader. Cochran claims the shooting was an act of excessive force, that police chased him to unnecessary and unreasonable zeal. The IIO investigation is separate and is now complete. The file handed over to BC's prosecution service to consider if criminal charges should or can be laid against one of the officers involved.